Hi everyone and welcome to the stream. Playing the classic burn, my classic burn list. Still think that the meta is at a place where you want to be playing this list. I tried for the challenge. I tried taking out 2 Searing Blaze and playing a 4th Kor in the 4th path. And it was actually very decent, but I ended up losing to a bunch of creature decks. Gentleman Bastard, thank you very much for the follow. My first bolt of the day will be dedicated to you. Okay, let's start. Let us start. Go for a league. Alright. Hopefully, I'm not sure. I know that Amulet Titan won the first challenge, the Saturday challenge. I'm not sure who won the Sunday challenge. But those challenges usually indicate how the weekly meta will evolve. Hopefully, it doesn't evolve towards red hate. But red hate is ever so present. I really doubt that red hate will stop being played for a while. Like, even when Oko was the main guy, people were playing anti-red. Like, Uro is fine against aggro. Well, Uro is fine against burn, but we're up against Cherry. Alright, let's be on the being on the play is nice. I don't love this hand. I don't really love this hand. But double creature, triple bolt. It's super juicy, and I don't think I can keep it. Let's mull once. Oh no, this one's super bad. Now I gotta keep it. Wait, I think my opponent's on Tron, actually. Do I want to be that guy? Do I want to make... Yeah, I think I do, actually. It also mulled to 5, so there was a chance that Eidolon wasn't going to do anything. And I think he's on Tron. Starting up with Goblin Guide's pretty decent. Yeah, he's on Tron, okay. So the plan here is pretty simple. We gotta go fast. Him starting with not map is actually great for us. Oh, I just bottomed you, you son of a bitch. Now I really need a land. I was hoping I could draw a bolt here for a safe turn 3 in terms of what I can cast and what I can't cast. Now I'm kinda screwed. And he does have the second piece. He might Steerings here. Another chromatic. Okay. We're in a decent place. Lava Spike's not the worst. Like, having this Skullcrack means that in a decent shape to face a Wormcoil. Like, if Wormcoil doesn't come down now, we're in a good spot. Yeah, Wormcoil isn't coming down. This is a library. It is? Okay. Oh, a Ballista. Oh, he's just had... I mean, he cantripped a bunch, but he had quote-unquote natural Tron. Yeah, that's definitely not the kind of... Okay, so we know we're gonna know almost half their hand. Now here's the situation. If my opponent plays Wormcoil, I can't beat him with this hand, so I need to play it like this. But I am conceding to a Thragtusk. Okay, so opponent just concedes, that's fine. That means no Thragtusk, that means not even a Wormcoil, but we could beat Wormcoil with this hand, because we attack and then Skullcrack and that's 7. Alright. Winning game 1 is pretty relevant, because they do have their hate pieces. So I like cutting Eidolon in this matchup. I feel like it doesn't do enough. My go-to is usually 3 smash and 1 path. Chat up my opponent. I'm not super in love with this hand. Like 4 lands is way too much for a 7. I think I'll mold. Yeah, I'll definitely mold this one. Alright, so being on the draw is much rougher against Tron. Playing against green Tron is similar to Storm, albeit it's not as good as a matchup. Because game 1, I think it's safe to say that you have the advantage. Oh, I kind of want to keep Smash the Smithereens here. Yeah, I think that Riftbolt is the worst card in this hand. Right, so they have turn 3 Tron. So, I'll just fetch here. And actually, I'm gonna fetch for a shock just because you never know. Like, my life total doesn't matter here, and you never know if Karn is gonna steal away your white. If my opponent, I don't know his list, probably on a... Okay, so he has turn 3. Drawn. Pretty standard stuff. Ooh, that Swiftspear is such a bad draw. It's like I can't play that Swiftspear here. I don't think I can play that Swiftspear. So what are we afraid of? I don't want to play that Swiftspear because if my opponent plays... I'm gonna fetch for a Tron piece. If he then plays Tron piece, Chromatic Star, filters for green, and then plays Thragtusk, I think I just lose this game from that. So I don't want to be... I think I just attack here, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I should have bought him the Helix. Yeah, I should have bought him the Helix, because now if I would have played Swiftspear Suspending Riftbolt here for a pretty good turn next turn. But oh well. It's a Boros Charm to face. Please not Karn. Wormcoil. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I should start bringing some path on the draw. Just to power up my creatures. I gotta pass here. I need to Skullcrack that Wormcoil. So... oh, okay, Ancient Searings. I was hoping that opponent would... so he fetches Karn, but he can't play it this turn? Okay, he can. So I got Karned, which is pretty annoying. What's he gonna steal? He should steal a land. Yeah, he should steal a land. Now what do I want to do with this? Do I want to Skullcrack or do I want to smash the Smithereens? Because Skullcrack kinda saves me. I've always put in PDE versus Wormcoil doesn't make the draw. Yeah, it's actually good. It's just that I don't know, I don't love playing for their Wormcoil, but I think that on the draw I definitely should put in more paths. Like imagine if I had a path here instead of a smash. Like my last turn would have been nuts. Like play Swiftspear, path the Wormcoil, attack, and would be in a good position. Now, if I Skullcrack, I don't solve this Wormcoil problem. So I think I gotta smash here, which is a bit weird, I know. But this does resolve the... this does resolve the Wormcoil problem, essentially. That's not a good draw. It's not a good draw at all. We are getting choked out of this game. What happened at Smash? Yeah, I think it's more reasonable because now I have a smaller life linker to deal with in case I didn't draw a land. What do I want to do here? Suspending Riftbolt, passing the Uptick Karn, I exile, probably Swiftspear. I think I'm gonna lose this game. Yeah, keeping Skullcrack for the tokens. Yeah, that's just better, but no land. Like if my opponent downticks Karn on my land, I'm actually super screwed. So I'm gonna do this, so I can still maybe kinda do something. Okay, if this is a Nulamog, yeah, I just lose. Okay. We were still dead, I think. No land next turn means our next turn is also weak. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, Grim Lavamancer is a pretty easy cut. I'm gonna put in the second path. I'd easily set out like one Helix for the third path on the draw. I think that's reasonable. I might actually do that. Yeah, we kinda need to beat Wormcoil. Let's do that. I'll be right back, just 1 minute. back. Sorry about that. I had to go answer the door. This hand's fine. This hand's fine. We have lands and bolts. I can't really mold this. I think it's too greedy to be molding this. Just spike face here. I hate to see map. That's not a good draw, but it's not a bad draw. I think we just keep going face here. I'm not playing Boros Charm. They have too many 1-mana spells. We're almost at lethal here. I need Land Bolt. And I need opponent to not have a... what's it called? A Thragtusk. That's not a good draw at all. Yeah, this is why I don't like Path on the play. At least as much. Like, that's just a blank. This is never gonna do anything relevant. I say that, but my opponent's gonna go... he's gonna go land Wormcoil, and I'm gonna be super happy about this path. Oh no, that's so bad for us. Oh, that's the worst possible draw from opponent. Yeah, you get Strinosphere. And now I'm itching for a land, and if I don't find it, I lose. Yeah, I lose. If opponent finds Big Karn here, or Ulamog, I just lose. Okay. That's fine, as long as this is not a Thragtusk. It is a Thragtusk. God damn it. Yeah, Karn Trinisphere into Thragtusk is pretty rough for us. What is opponent fetching? Yeah, he can even fetch like a Witchbane Orb. Coding to start eating away at our lands. Super rough. We do find a land. But now we gotta kill Karn. We're super against the wall here. I'm not gonna surrender. I'm not gonna concede. Because it's game 3. Big Karn? Yeah. I think I concede now. Yeah, I think I just concede here. Damn. And the GG's. Alright, let's... So losing to Tron is a bit disheartening, but it's not that uncommon, because Tron, similar to Storm, can easily win game 2. Because like game 1 you're always favored because your deck just lines up better against theirs. But then game 2 you're on the draw and they are fast. They are fast at reaching a point of no return where we can't do anything to win. So I think I'll rethink my sideboard plan, path and smash on the draw, and just smash on the play. I think I can afford blanks when I'm on the play against Tron. That's a decent hand. We're also so close against Tron. Like, if he hadn't played Trinosphere there, I think we won because we drew Boros Charm. Still, like a Wormcoil would have gotten us, so maybe not even then. Let's keep. Not sure if opponent just isn't here. If opponent, he kept 7 and he's thinking, so might be a fair deck, yeah. Well, not as fair as I thought. Hallowed Fountain and Mishra's Bauble. Now that's a weird one. That's a weird combo. And I hate seeing Hallowed Fountain here because of the fairy. Oh, it's Urza. Okay, okay. Do I want to kill the Emery? Probably not. If this is Urza, I need to be fast. I need to be really fast, and Skullcrack is a bad card to have when you want to go fast. He's playing Bauble again here. Now we're at a point where he might have... Okay, so we're playing Chromatic Star. What's this? Another Emery. Ooh, that's actually very good for us. Oh, he does play Teferi. That's really valuable information for game 2 and 3. Yeah, I think it's reasonable. If you play blue-white and don't play Teferi, like, what the hell are you even doing? The card is so good. Ooh, Eidolon is such a good draw here. Eidolon is such a good draw. Unless they play Urza. Then Eidolon's not such a great draw. It still is because it still hits Bauble here. Like, imagine you're playing... Imagine you're playing a deck that wants to replay Bauble a bunch and an opponent plays an Eidolon. I'm gonna attack here. He blocks. Okay, that's fine. Like, I can wait. I can wait here. Cryptic Command would be the worst. Okay. Okay, I might be screwed. Sacred Foundry. Does he have the sword? His deck is all foil. Okay, no sword in the graveyard. Means I'm still fine. Alrighty then. And let's actually go for it. It resolves. Well, I'm definitely going for it here. It can't even counter now, yeah. Alright, alright. Pretty good game one. And we were not in the greatest shape with this Goblin guide. Alright, so let's think this through. Surgical is super bad against their combo. Like, this is probably like that matchup where you'd want Rest in Peace. What don't I want? Grim Lavamancer's probably too slow, and I think that I'm cutting Rift Bolt just because of how dangerous it is. Do I want Searing Blaze here? Is this a Searing Blaze game? Probably not, right? I mean, killing the Emery is cool and all, but... I think I'm bringing two Surgical. It doesn't stop their combo. Like, if they dump the sword first... They dump the sword first, which is... Like, they're playing Emery, so it's reasonable that one of their pieces... I'm gonna keep this hand, because I'm on the draw and I have double creature. And even a 1-mana spell... to execute, like, to safeguard us from not having stuff. Oh, by the way, Gentleman Bastard, I'm not sure if you're here. I forgot to dedicatable to you. You followed way too early in the stream, so I'll shout you out in the next bolt. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. Hey, how's it going? Cutie Dirk. Alright, now we want a land, obviously. I think that's good for us, right? Did he look at me with this bauble? No, he looked at himself. Okay. So he might have a fetch in hand, which is still okay for us. Are you mainly playing burn? Or are you playing all kinds of decks? I main burn, but I'm not opposed to playing other decks. But I'm also not renting, meaning that it's very likely that I'm not playing... Weird play here, but I gotta crack that talisman. Like, they kept the talisman against burn and played a tap land. That's probably an Urza next turn. So if I can stop that for one turn, I'm happy. I main burn, like it's my main deck, but I'm not opposed to playing other stuff. But I also don't rent, so I only really own burn. Like, I could play some prowess. It's a different deck, but still aggro. I could also play ad nauseam sometimes, or like brew some mid-range stuff with the pieces that I have. I want to draw land here. That's so good. Do we just go full throttle here? I think we do, right? Just a clean 12 damage. On turn 3. Opponent's throwing up the GGs. Does he have the combo or does he? Absolute perfect draw, so he's just conceding. GGs. Alright, so okay, I'm looking for a black wall. I'm looking for a black-white Eldrazi Taxes player. Yeah, that's not really my jam, so sorry about that. And I'm not really sure if I can suggest anyone. Like, I think that Taxes is a... I don't know, you also don't have a lot of people just streaming Modern. No problem, man, yeah. By the way, thank you for the follow. If you stick around, I'm gonna be shouting you out on my next build, although I forgot to shout out Gentleman Basher again, so I'm really bad at this. So, our next two builds are reserved. As I was saying, I'm not... like, Modern is not the a format where people just stream a lot. You have a couple of Modern streamers, but not that many. So I'm not sure if there's like someone streaming Taxes consistently. Although I'm a believer that with Stoneforge, that deck is actually good. I think that Stoneforge is pretty crappy in blue, because it's too clunky for that color. Blue wants to play draw go, Stoneforge wants you to... I gotta keep this hand, even though I don't love it. I'm very strict with my mulligans on 7. So if I don't have a what I would call a perfect hand of 2-3 lands and spells, I'll probably mull. When I mull to 6, I'm usually not so strict about mulligans, like I'll keep a playable hand. Oh, this might be it. I see all the Azores control extra and Stoneforge. Yeah, but it's really bad. Like, me as a burn player, I much rather see Stoneforge in my blue-white control deck's opponents rather than just straight control. I kinda wanna fetch here. I wanna bluff stuff because all my cards are instants. And it's really clunky. Like, sure, you play Stoneforge on 2 and fetch Batterskull, but then unless you have Force and blue card, which you probably have since you're blue-white, but if you don't have Force, that Stoneforge is gonna die. And you spend your turn 2. So this is removal. So I'm gonna play chicken with my opponent here. Which is something I like to do. I attack. I just don't cast anything. Lightning Helix. Wow, I was not expecting that one. I think the fact that he shocked himself tells me he doesn't have like Fatal Push. So I'm actually gonna Boros Charm here. Give it indestructible. Giving it indestructible. Back to Stoneforge, it's quite clunky, and unless you have what I'd call the perfect hand of Stoneforge, blue card, and Force, you're gonna have a bad time. Ooh, Silver Smooth Ghoul. What is this? What is this madness? Oh. The new Mardu life gain? I mean, it's not Dredge. He's blocking. Alright, so we just go face here. It's not Dredge, but it might just be a Mardu Brew. Interesting, interesting. Not very interesting for us, because he's gonna gain life here. 4 mana. Smiting, hardcast Smiting Helix. And Ghoul is coming back. Yowza, we're screwed. we're very much screwed. Skullcrack is actually decent. I'm gonna crack here. Oh, that's not great. I'm quite interested in what my opponent's playing. I'm gonna start taking some damage, but we're still fine. And now we're at a point where alright, so it is something. I want Skullcrack here. I gotta save these Skullcrack. Oh, Mardu Dredge tried to be a thing some while ago. Mardu Dredge was a thing some while ago. Like, for one glorious week, Mardu Dredge was really cool. But like, Loam and Conflagrate are just too good. I don't think it's Dredge. Like, playing Helix sounds super bad in Dredge. And Shambling Vent? I'm just not sure. Do I want to play Canyon and Crack here? I think not. It's like, might really need these vantages on the field. Oh, that's good for us. That's good for us. We have Skullcrack to stop their life gain next turn. No second red source means they can't answer our... They can't answer our Skullcrack with a Lightning Helix of their own. You should cast Smiting Helix here. Yeah. Smiting Helix from Grave, and we Skullcrack that. So opponent doesn't gain life, meaning Ghoul doesn't come back. And this Ghoul ability is really good. Especially if you don't need to... Oh, we keep drawing lands. Okay. As much as I'd like to... I wanna threaten to have Skullcrack up. So I have to do this to keep 2 lands untapped. And I'm gonna keep... I'm not gonna have 6 here. Just to properly bluff it. Oh, and my opponent's gonna animate Shambling Vent. My opponent is gonna animate Shambling Vent, and it's gonna seal it, I think. Ooh, no Liliana? That's actually fine. That's actually super fine. Opponent might have a Lightning Helix for my Lurrus. It's not what we want to see. Well, we kinda need to go for it here. Oh, I think that, but they're kind of low on cards. Like, if they down-tick Liliana, do I really care? So they down-tick Liliana, I sack Swiftspear. Me attacking Liliana doesn't really stop it from down ticking. I'm gonna keep playing the Skullcrack game here. Sacrifices a creature, okay. That's actually decent. Unless he removes this now. Which he is going to most likely. Blocking there is definitely interesting, because my opponent's probably going to remove this. But I don't know. Kaya's Guile here is just super strong. Smallpox? Oh. Discards a card, sacrifices a creature. Sacrifices a land, okay. Okay. It's not fun at all. A friend of me talked about this Martyr deck, it's amazing in the current meta. I don't know. Not sure if I... Against all the Blitz decks. The problem is... Blitz doesn't care about a lot of this stuff. Like, Blitz doesn't care about you gaining 3 life. Blitz doesn't care about 1 mana creature, like 1 toughness creatures. And... I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe he just hasn't drawn his removal, but... Not really convinced. Goblin Guide is actually okay. And I'm gonna kill Liliana here, because I need to kill Shambling Vent. I need to kill Shambling Vent if my opponent tries to animate it next turn. Which he might, because he's getting kind of hellbent. Because like Bloodghast doesn't block, so I don't love it against Blitz. Yeah, animate Shambling Vent, that's right. Does it have Vigilance? No, so I can let it tap, so he can't tap it for mana. Okay, now we kill it. That's actually pretty good of us to get rid of that. What do we want here? Boros Charm is actually really good for us. One's gonna draw Thoughtseize. Oh, that's so good. Oh, he isn't. I actually deleted it beforehand, but of course it's not gonna draw Thoughtseize. But this is actually good for us, I think. But yeah, I definitely say that Mardu is a better equipped deck to deal with Prowess, because you have access to Bolt, Push, and Path, as well as Helix. And you even get Dismember with the ability to pay for it. So you have tons of removal. I just don't like Lilianas and crap like, I don't know, Ghoul as win cons. So are we winning here? Is there a 1 mana card that kills us? There is. I mean, it doesn't kill us, right? Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust is a good card out of opponent here. But doesn't happen. And we would have drawn Skewer, so we were fine. Okay, that game 1 was actually pretty insane. I think that I played it pretty well. I don't think I could have won this game if I hadn't played it well enough. And winning this game 1 is huge. Really huge. What do I want out of my sideboard now? What do I want? I don't think Path is gonna be good. I honestly don't think that I want to be surgicaling away their things. Like, they have manlands, they probably have enough bolts to kill us after we take damage from our mana base. Smash Smithereens is just bad, unless they surprise us with Dragon's Claw. By the way, Cutie Dirk, if you do happen to have a list, I'd love to take a look at it. I like Eidolon, I like Skullcrack, I like Boros Charm, I actually like Helix, so we can kinda race them. I'm just thinking if I want to put in Searing Blaze and a number of Kor Firewalkers. Like, Kor Firewalker is a bit heavy. Most of their things don't really... Yeah, it survives Bolt and Helix, but that's about it, so no. And do I want Searing Blaze? I actually don't think I want Searing Blaze, like, only for Ghoul, the only creature that I'd be killing regularly. Even then. Let's run it back. Let's just run it back. This hand's pretty good. Kind of a painful mana situation. I'm gonna play around a turn 2 Smallpox by fetching for basic first. Because I'll have to fetch a shock, but I want to avoid doing that until my opponent's played at least one Smallpox. Or I'm on more than one land. Fuck, I keep forgetting about my... So this is a Thoughtseize, Inquisition, that's a lot worse for us. Bye bye, Swiftspear. Huh. Getting a basic here is interesting, but I don't want to give my opponent information, so I want him to not know what I drew here. I'm gonna Lava Spike. I might want to be holding up Skullcrack for later turns, so having instance is good. Sorry, Gentleman Bastard, that Lava Spike went out for you. Thank you very much for the follow again. Nothing from opponent. Oh, that's actually so good for us. And we draw Rift Bolt? Oh, that sucks. It doesn't suck. And Cutie Dark, that Rift Bolt's gonna come down in a while. That one's gonna be for you. Thank you for the follow again. Helix here would be devastating. Actually, Liliana would be super annoying. Hardcast Ghoul, oh, that's so fine. It's so fine. Blows my mind. Okay, let's fetch for a shock here. Shock, Bolt Face. We're at 12. I want to draw Skullcrack here. I really want to draw Skullcrack here. That's not great. That's not great at all. Pretty sure opponent has some form of some form of life gain here. Like, what hand did he keep? What hand did my opponent keep? It has to have some hate piece, right? He kept 7. Did he keep 7? He mulled a 6. Oh, so maybe he didn't find a good hand. It's a Helix, no. Small box. Alright then. We're sacking a mountain. We are sacking a mountain. Ha! Opponent now can't crack this. For Helix. Which I think was his plan. That's actually great. My opponent has 2 lands and now can't play spells. Who's the smallpox now, buddy? I think opponent kept a Cutie Dark. You were saying that this deck... I'm not sure if you're still here, but I'm gonna talk anyway. You're saying that this deck was good against Blitz. And I don't know, it might be. My opponent kept a bad hand. I think he played his game 2 pretty poorly. Like, Inquisition to into nothing into Hardcast Ghoul is a pretty bad hand. Maybe he mulled to 6 and got nervous, and like didn't want to mull to 5 against Burn, especially since he was on the... Wait, this is match... No, sorry. Match 3, so like... Yeah, match 3, okay. Maybe he got nervous and didn't want to go down to 5 on the play against Burn, because you kind of need to deal with Burn before you try to win. So maybe that was it. So I'm not gonna take any conclusions from that. Give me a minute. Alright then, on the draw again. Seems to be one of those days. But this hand's pretty good. Pretty darn good. Urza's Mine, Chromatic Sphere. I think we can assume it's Green Tron. I don't love Lavamancer here, if I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm not gonna play it. I think that Swiftspear is the play here. I have to race, and Lavamancer is not great at racing. That's good for us. It's actually super good for us. A forest. Okay, so opponent doesn't have a meaningful next turn, right? So we can kind of go ham here. Next turn we're dealing tons of damage. We're dealing 9 out of the bat. If we draw land, I think we win. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I think we're 1 short. I think we are 1 short. So how do I want to do this now? Like, no joke, land would be my best draw here. That's actually so good. That's actually so good. I can skewer face here. And it's not lethal if I... Boros Charm instead of Helix would have been so cool. But... oh well. I'm going to... play around Skullcrack here. Sorry, Thragtusk here. That's the only card that really beats us. We don't care about Wormcoil, we don't care about... even this into Trinosphere is fine. Because we have the third land. A Walking Ballista. And the Ballista's for 2. Okay, so we just win here. He's gonna do... he should do this now. Well, maybe not. Let's actually wait. Just waiting for his hand step. Just common practice. You wait for your opponent. Okay, he's gonna do this now. I have the lethal here. He stepped out. I don't think that Tron runs force. So we should be... we even draw the Goblin Guide. I'm gonna kill him with Goblin Guide. Just for exactsies. Okay, we were pretty fine that game. I'm gonna apply the strategy that I was talking about last game, where on the draw I play the three paths. Whereas on the play I probably only play one. Good hand. Has the Skullcrack, has a creature. Can't really complain. I kinda need to be mindful about Leyline of Sanctity. I've seen Tron play Leyline of Sanctity, which in my opinion is wrong, but I don't know. Maybe because the map is awful for us, but maybe because Tron is soft to red and discard, it's actually okay. And they mull quite well, and they work on they work well with no map. Really? Does he just... oh, I might just have the Natitron. I don't... oh, if he has Natitron... if he has Natitron, I'm dead to Thragtusk. But if he doesn't, this Riftbolt starts getting a bit heavy. Just a minute, see? Alright, I think I can afford to hold Skullcrack here. I think I can. Yeah, I think I hold Skullcrack here. I would have loved to suspend Riftbolt and Lava Spike, but there's a chance that my opponent plays Thragtusk. He has map. Like, why did he play map last turn? Huh. Super weird decisions from opponents. He's cracking the map now. Alright. And now he doesn't have... Oh man, I really want to land here. Just to suspend that Riftbolt. Ah, that was so good for us. A second mine to hand. Ooh, they haven't played the first one, but they're gonna. Alright. Let's suspend this baby. I actually think that with this hand we would have beaten a Thragtusk even if opponent had played it. I don't know, maybe Goblin Guide not dealing damage was too bad. Ooh, this could be an Ulamog. Okay, not an Ulamog. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's a Thragtusk. God damn it, opponent's just not playing his things. And I'm worried. What? Oh, Ballista is fine. Ugin. Alright. Killing my Goblin Guide. Okay, so I'm not miscounting, right? We have lethal here. We do have lethal. Because I have a Riftbolt suspended. Alright, opponent took a... I've come from watching Magoo's salt off. What happened? Why was he salty? He's a salty fella, so not a big surprise, but... And what opponent kept shitty hands got rewarded. What classifies as a shitty amulet hand? But sure, that's understandable. Getting salty from bad, he did nothing against red-white prowess. And how did Amulet win? Like, what was his reward? Amulet drew perfectly. Like, what's Amulet's perfect draw against prowess? Probably like Amulet's bounces Dryads and Titans, like, right? Like, really fast. A fast fucking Titan, yeah. Okay, makes sense. I mean, that's what the deck does, right? Like, what was his perfect draw? Like, what... He probably drew an amulet somewhere, right? I actually really like Amulet. I'm actually a bit sad that Amulet they kept a really slow hand of just making land drops. Oh, so okay, I see what type of game it was now. Like, opponent just goes land, go, land, go, land, Dryad, go, and then suddenly goes Amulet, bounce, bounce, Titan, Valakut, Handwear, attack. Dryad was like turn 5. Wait, Dryad's a 3-drop. How do you get it on turn 5? I'm gonna keep this every single day. He had an E on 1. Aw. Speaking about prowess, did opponent just... What? Okay, I'm gonna fetch for a basic here. Ah, I see, so... He had EE, so Magoose played safe. And then... I don't know if I'd call that... yeah, Cycling Crash Through is super weird, but whatever, opponent. I don't know, like, E is actually quite good against prowess, because they either commit and get blown by it, or they play slower. Alright. That's actually good for us. I think I wanna... Yeah, no, it's almost like a random podcast based on Amulet. Well, do you? You have to pay me. Munij has to cuddle with me if he wants me to shout out his podcast. That's my price. That's my asking price. Kill Fiend and Lava Spike. I'll allow Munij to give you affection so I can plug. Alright, please do. I'm gonna guide here. Not really sure what opponent is doing. Is this game 5? It is. Wow, that was a fast league, I think. Well, I'm gonna make I'm gonna take this moment for a little teaching. See how high, because I was against prowess, I didn't shock early. In case I could, in case I had a turn where I could play the Sacred Foundry tapped, but now I'm just gonna be super obvious about having spells in hand. Which is fine, because I'm burned, so of course I have spells in hand. But... whatever. What ifs? I'm gonna come back to my roots and run a burn league. I mean, I'd recommend it, but like... people are playing some amount of life gain. Yeah, I said you just came here, but... Ooh, what is this? This match, I think, yeah, match 3 was against Mardu life gain. That was scary enough. That was, actually, am I winning here? Am I winning here? Okay, Charm Face. I honestly think I want to kill this Kiln Fiend, because if I don't draw lethal here... Anthem's at 8, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's just lethal. It's fine. Popped off this weekend so I can afford to pump and dump a Burn League. Yeah, you really did. You really did pop off this weekend. That dredge challenge was insane. You did... I saw most of the challenge. Like, I think you lost those 2 matches because you were a bit conservative with your mulligans. Like, you played quite well. Especially for not being a main dredge player. That was some... Those were some smooth matches. I think my sideboard here is pretty set in stone. I bring in this. I take out these. I leave 1 lava spike, I think. Yeah. Alrighty then. I don't love this hand. 2 Painlands and I need to fetch. I'm gonna mull. We can do better. I still think we can do better. That's better. Oh. Yeah, I need a white source here. I do need a white source here. If we can top deck Vantage, I'd be super happy. Super happy. White source, come on. It's actually really good. Well, now hopefully opponent doesn't play Dragon's Claw. Because they can overcome my Kor Firewalker if they have a Dragon's Claw and chain a bunch of their spells. He's bolting face, okay, that's fine. This does fail against Lava Dart, but they're wasting... Yeah, he's gonna do it. Mutagenic Growth, oh that's super fine. Super fine. With our hand, that's super fine. Oh, Searing Blaze is so good. Searing Blaze is actually so good. He does have open mana though. And me having the land means I don't really care about casting Searing Blaze now. Let's wait here. Opponent cycling, looking for something. I'm not really sure what. It's actually a decent draw. I'm actually not gonna play this land. And with a second core, I think we attack here all day. By the way, House, if you're still here, I really recommend that you play my list with Skullcrack in the main and Surgical in the side. Because Uro is a problem, Creeping Chill is a problem, and that's all you care about your graveyards. And okay, so always yes, always yield. I'm gonna F6. Do I need to specify which one I'm saying always yes? Yeah, I'm playing your list. Yeah, I really think it's... I mean, I don't want to say better, but I obviously mean that, so I'll just say it. I think it's better. Oh, did I just screw myself out of... God damn it. How do I change my... Turn off auto yields? That should be it. By the way, House, are you streaming that? Why is Burnton, or how this card is called, more played than Firewalker? Because white is much easier to cast than white-white. Okay. Always yes. Always yes. Always yield. Now we're killing the Kiln Fiend here. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, Burnt on Forge Tender. Okay, so we're gonna just concede it, yeah. Oh, we got a 4-1, that was nice. A quick 4-1. Damn it, we lost the game to Cherry. Game 1 we lost to Cherry. And it was super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Either way, a good result. Let's open a chest. Let's open one chest. Luckily, we open Force of Negation. No Force. Actually, no decent cards. That sucks. Either way, a very fine league. Back to 200 play points. I got low. Like I spent 300 on the challenge and did really poorly. So I was low on play points. 200's a more comfortable spot. I get to scuff a league and still play for free. I don't know if I want to point anything else out. But just Cutie Dirt, just to answer your question properly. Forge Tender basically reads I pseudo counterspell or fog crit. Like it can counterspell a spell for 1 mana, it can fog one creature for 1 mana, and it keeps blocking continuously. And it's actually really good against Prowess. Whereas against Burn, it actually does nothing if you play a Skullcrack. Like the activate ability doesn't work against Skullcrack because it says prevent damage and Skullcrack says damage can be prevented this turn. So I don't think it's as great against Burn, but it's still really good. And the main reason is the cost. Like 1 white is a splash. Double white is much harder to pull off. The only reason we can pull it off is because we're pretty much mono red, so we get to play all good duels. That's about it. I think I'm gonna stop here. It was a quick league, but I don't really have time for much more. Thank you for watching, thank you for the new follows. I'm at 40 follows, which is great, considering that I started out like just a couple people from the Discord, so this is actually really cool. I'm not gonna be streaming until Friday because I'm traveling. I'm gonna go to London, meaning that I'll have to abandon you for a couple of days. So I'll be back Friday with probably a league stream. God damn it. Probably a burn league. And that's about it. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Can I raid someone here? I can raid Magus, right? Let's raid Magus.